I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call hit boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna get one.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
The Jaguars at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just...
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Harris. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
Throw left side going to be taken in by Harris. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
8 yards to go on second down.
Harris running straight ahead. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well.
And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 46 yards. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Second and 1. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Touchdown! A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Marcus Williams. There he goes, right side. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Darius Slayton, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Jaguars have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes the score 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He'll look to throw.
Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. He's got a man complete. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. 21-0 our score after one. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. They'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Steeler defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll drop to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw here.
And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed.
Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it is 28-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. And now here is another interception.
And the Jags are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team, because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6-1, one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So the minimum you're giving.
And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jagsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he had won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about 1 game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Quality coverage that time to slow down what's been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
from the gun. He'll hand this off.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Come on. Hey. 19 right.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll look to throw again.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line.
Let's go now.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Amon-Ra St. Brown
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it is 42-0.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Off play action, Pickett. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field. And
my goodness, another interception.
It's Devin Lloyd with a pick.
He's at the 50. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slam. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 13. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? That one covers 29 yards. First down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to go up top again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Amon-Ra St. Brown on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jags will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Take it in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Going deep here for Allen. And now here's another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
The first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his target, it's Schultz. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. So the big play nullified, illegal forward pass.
And maybe we know why they were able to get such a good chunky yardage on that play. That pass was illegal.
Check 50, 18, Pioneer. Check.
Now on
incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here's Pickett.
Deep ball for Goodwin. It's caught at the 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
2nd down and goal. Pickett. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Darren Waller from 8 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to at least get one score back.
I know what the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the...
He's got a man. Complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one.
Pickett backed up into his end zone here.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And now here's another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
2nd and 10. It's Pickett again.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Pickett will try to throw for this.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
He's airing it out for Williams, and that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Yeah, maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull?
This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
Pickett sets up play action.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The sack recorded, it's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Pickett back to throw.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Darren Waller with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Steelers are able to claw one back.
They'll try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now here's a throw that's complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Got it, ready?
They're going to try and throw. Flushed out right. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
I'm the best, I'm the best,